My friends, my extended family, my warriors, welcome to another important video. Thank you for joining me today. Yes, Beyond Anxiety, my third book, is now out on Amazon. You can pick it up today and begin reading this inspirational read that I know is going to really get you thinking more deeply about what's going on in your life right now. Pick up Beyond Anxiety today. And warriors, in this video, we're going to talk about value, okay? Because it wasn't until I got to a point where I was starting to recognize the unconscious and subconscious motivations that were keeping my anxiety alive. You know, every part of me was saying, I want to heal. I desire to feel better. I want to grasp what inner peace feels like. I want to feel relaxed and calm in my life. I want to feel like life can be effortless. All of those things were coming from my conscious adult mind. But my inner child / subconscious placed a tremendous amount of value on keeping anxiety alive, staying threatened to things in the outside world. And that motivation from the inner child was the very thing I needed to deal with in order to heal. Starting today, I need you to stop adding more value to your anxiety. The higher the value in any particular area in your life, the stronger the resistance to change. That's so important that I'm going to say it again. The higher the value in any particular area in your life, the stronger the resistance to change. Now, I want to give you a couple of examples in terms of how you may be placing value on your anxiety. Unconsciously, yes, but consciously it's possible as well. These are different areas of your life that you tend to feel more anxious in. Let's focus on these. Your work life. You may be thinking, without anxiety, I just can't get the job done. That's what the inner child thinks, because maybe your career and your work life has been successful up till now, right? Consistently growing your financial freedom, your financial wealth. And with that comes the inner child analyzing how you got here. Well, if the inner child believes that fear and anxiety around your work life has gotten you to this place, well, guess what? It's going to filter out all the good and focus on all the threatening things in your external reality to keep you anxious. How else do we place a lot of value on our anxiety? Well, what about our social life? Without anxiety, my friends won't know who I am, and they may possibly exclude me from the group. Have you ever given this thought, right? You see somebody and automatically you turn into the kind of personality and character that has been so familiar in your interactions with that person, right? Oh, there's Alex. I'm becoming anxious and I need to speak about how difficult my life is in order to receive some kind of sympathy and empathy from that person, to feel connected, to feel like our relationship is still growing. This is all happening at an unconscious level, and you can see now how we place a tremendous amount of value on keeping anxiety alive, at least our subconscious minds are. How else do we do this? Well, what about sleep? Right? With anxiety, a lot of people have a difficult time getting the quality and the quantity of sleep they need to have the right amount of willpower the next day to take things on consciously, right? If you're not sleeping with the amount of quality and quantity you need, it becomes very difficult to become aware and conscious in order to change things in the moment. So within sleep, your inner child says, without anxiety, I may drift into calmness, a state that we are very unfamiliar with. A state that we are very unfamiliar with. Interesting. Now you need to be brutally honest with yourself in terms of, yes, I am consciously and unconsciously placing a tremendous amount of value on fear, on being threatened, on anxiety. Because when you can get to this place, then you are living out the chapter in your healing that you need to live out, understand, and learn from in order to get to the next chapter. I've said this before. Healing anxiety and emotional distress and these subconscious blocks is kind of like a ladder system, right? You can't get to the next step until you become a different person in the step below, until things literally change, until your comfort zones are no longer your comfort zones. Anxiety to your inner child is a means to an end, a state of mind that keeps the inner child satisfied, right? It keeps the inner child / subconscious mind satisfied to stay within anxiety, to stay within fear, to filter out all the good, because the good doesn't allow you to take any kind of action. You are too present when there's good things happening around you. So the inner child focuses on all the difficulties and challenges that may arise in order for you to take action, to live out a future that resembles your past. That's the goal of the inner child, to live out a future that resembles your past. If there's always good, that's present. If there's always good around you and you're perceiving things as being good and miracles around you, then guess what? The inner child feels like, hey, you don't need me anymore. You're becoming a brand new person. Ostracized. As we navigate this, we are brought to a fork on the road, my friends. Familiar safety or unfamiliar uncertainty. Familiar safety or unfamiliar uncertainty. You know, calmness, inner peace, happiness, these things used to frighten me because of the amount of value I placed on my fear and anxiety. I didn't know who I was when those good things arose. Maybe this is you. Comment below. Each chapter in healing, my friends, is a step on the ladder, as we mentioned. Each step requires heightened awareness and a shift in your action. Remember this. And from this video, what I want you to take away is a question. A question where you ask yourself, how much value have I placed on my anxiety, consciously and unconsciously, that has brought me to a place where I default to this way of being? Remember, if anxiety is your default right now, so can inner peace be your default in the future. The more you live in the present, the more you're creating your future. The more you live in the future, the more you're living as a mirror of what took place in your past. Remember this, and I want to leave you with one thing. Starve the fear and feed the trust. Once again, starve the fear, feed the trust. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. Remember, Beyond Anxiety is now out on Amazon. Pick up this book, and if you get a chance, please leave a positive rate and review on Amazon. It would mean so much to me. Remember that you are more than anxiety. Don't ever forget it.